A spark in my chest begins to breathe. Quiet down trembles, loosens its teeth. The night leans close, I hear my name. One step forward, nothing's the same.
This is mine.
The air is heavy, charged with sound. Every silence pulls me further now. I hear my breath in the clash of steel. This is the truth that hurts to feel.
No borrowed courage, no borrowed flame. I wear my fear, I speak my name.
If I fall forward, I still advance.
Every risk is a chosen stand.
The heat rises under my skin.
I don't need saving, I step in.
The edge is sharp, but I don't slow.
I trust the fire I've come to know.
Ignite the front line, break the seal. Every step proves what I feel. Light up the moment, burn it clear.
I'm done negotiating with fear.
Ignite the front line, stand and fight.
I call my path in living light.
No second guessing, no rewind.
Ignite the front line, claim the light.
Ignite the front line, breath by breath. I outrun the echo of what's left.
Hands still shaking, vision fine.
Ignite the front line, hold the line.
If this is the end,
Let me lean in.
I'm not fearless.
I just begin.
Between the ash and the afterglow,
I find myself in the undertow.
hope isn't loud.
It's a steady flame.
It whispers go.
When I hear my name.
Ignite the front line here and now.
I don't ask when, I don't ask how.
Light up the moment, make it true.
Every step says I choose you.
Ignite the front line, feel the sign. This fire and heart finally rhyme.
No borrowed strength, no borrowed sign.
Ignite the front line, cross the line.
The sparkle steady, warm and bright. I walk ahead into my light.
The fear fades slow behind my sight. Front line burning, I stay
Resistance hums under my feet. The ground responds to my heartbeat. What pushed me back now pulls me through. The pressure bends, the vector shifts true.
I leaned against the weight of no. Every refusal taught me how. Hands were shaking, vision blurred. Still I moved before the words. Each turn hesitation into line. I learned the force that meets my stand can fuel the motion I command.
The push comes hard, I don't give in. I angle it, let momentum spin. Opposition starts to slide when I stay set. When I decide,
momentum of defiance, feel it turn.
and every block becomes a burn.
The current tilts, the balance breaks.
I take the ground, the pressure makes.
Momentum of defiance, rising fast.
I move beyond the weight of past.
What tried to stop me feeds the drive.
I push once more, and I arrive.
The air shifts close around my frame. I sense the change before the gain. The noise goes thin, the path appears. Clarity cuts through the years. I don't chase force, I let it lean. Redirect it, sharp and clean. Each counter hit confirms the sign. The flow aligns to my
I
design.
don't resist, I reapply. Turn impact into reply.
The harder it hits, the more it yields.
This is the law.
My body feels momentum of defiance. Set the tone.
I move the weight, I'm not alone.
The tilt is real.
The shift is clear.
Setup pulls me closer here. Momentum of defiance. Hold the line.
Every second redefines.
What was against me fuels the pace.
I take control of time and space.
Momentum of defiance. Step and press.
Less resistance, more progress.
The flow breaks rank.
It bends its sides. I ride the force, I don't deny.
It's not about the loudest push. It's measured, will precise, and sure. Between the strike and aftershock, I find my rhythm, find my love.
Defiance breathes, not sharp but deep. A steady force I choose to keep.
Momentum of defiance. Here it
The
goes.
stream now answers how I move.
I feel the weight shift in my favor.
Every motion cleaner, braver.
Momentum of defiance. Come and live.
I don't fight time, I make it drive.
What stood against me now complies.
The flow is mine. The moment is
The motion stays.
a forward pull in quieter ways.
Even when the force subsides. The momentum moves me.
Defiance stride.
A raw breath tears the quiet thin. My pulse ignites from deep within. The silence bends, the tension cracks. I feel the shove against my back. I've held my voice behind my teeth, swallow fire, counted grief. Every wall I learned by touch, cold and solid, standing tough. I traced the cracks, I felt the strain, measured loss against the gain. Now something louder floods my chest, a force that won't stay second guess. The urge surges, fierce and wild, not thought through but
Fully dialed.
the sound inside won't be denied. It pushes hard and pulls me wide. Warcry breakthrough, Warcry breakthrough, let it rise. Shatter limits for the sky. One fierce sound, I break the frame.
Nothing past me feels the same.
Warcry breakthrough, hit and tear. The wall gives way, I'm through the air.
From pressure locked to open truth, I break it all with this war cry push.
The debris falls and slows down time. Dust and light begin to ride. My steps land where the cracks align. I feel the rush redefine. No echo left to hold me back. Just forward heat in every track. The force I voice becomes the way I move through what I couldn't say.
The shuffle rings inside my bones. precise. I read the flow without the noise. The strain that once pulled me apart now feels the rhythm of my heart. Beyond the peak, beyond the test, I find my sharpest state of rest. No rush remains, no urge to flee, just locked in clarity, guiding me. The battle fades, the drive extends, attention sharp that never bends. Clashpoint Ascension, hold the line. I operate beyond the grind. The impact past, the core remains. A lucid fire in my veins. Clashpoint Ascension, step by step. I'm not spent, I'm fully set. No breaking pace, no loss of tension. I rise with
I've carried weight I couldn't share, held my ground when no one stared. Every setback tested faith, every step demanded patience.
Then I felt it move beyond my own spine, my own bond. What I stood for echo wide, heard in steps at my side.
When one voice refuses to bend,
It travels fast from friend to friend. Conviction sparks so wide a flame. Suddenly we're not the same.
iron will uprising, feel it spread. From a single stand we're led, every heartbeat synchronized, power growing multiplied. Iron will uprising, lock it tight.
We move forward as one line.
What I held becomes our drive. Together now we rise. I see it click in every face, fear replaced with sharper pace. Hands steadier, posture tall, no one waiting for the fall.
The pressure lifts when shared this way. Doubt dissolves in common name. What once felt heavy, hard to bear, turns lighter when we're all in there.
I don't lead by shouting loud,
I stand firm, not so loud. In the space where trust is grown, resolve becomes our common tone.
iron will uprise and chain by chain, determination breaking strain. Each decision feeds the next, momentum building unchecked. Iron will uprising, step in time, every move aligned in mind. From one anchor to a tide, we advance unified. Iron will uprising, breath by breath, shared belief outpacing stress. No collapse, no drifting wide, the whole team lifts. We rise.
Strength isn't lone or sealed inside. It's carried when it multiplies between the glance and quiet grin. I know the shift has settled in. Not command, not forceful sway, just showing up and staying straight.
Iron will uprising here and now. We don't ask if we ask how. Every motion amplified by the trust we keep inside. Iron will uprising, strong and true. What I started carries through. No one left to push alone. This resolve has overgrown.
The noise fades low, the drive remains. A shared momentum in our veins. Even when the pressure thrills, we move as one, unbroken will.
The countdown hums in my veins, a narrowing road, a steady flame. One last breath, the signal's clear. This is the moment pulling me here. I've measured every gain and loss, walked the line, paid every cost. Hands are tired, focus tight. Still my vision cuts the night. I hear the echoes of almost there, close enough to taste the air. What I've built won't break or stall. It leans forward, asking all. No more waiting, no delay. The timing clicks, I'm in the play. I feel the shift, the current bends. This final move decides the end. Final push, protocol, engage and go. Grip the flow, let it sink, roll. One last drive, the pace aligns. I cross the edge, I claim the line. Final push, protocol, clean and fast. I turn the is near. Every doubt falls out of frame. The noise goes quiet, the aim remains. I don't look back at what I spent. All that matters is forward intent. Muscle memory takes the lead. I trust the work, I trust the bleed. This isn't force, it's follow through. Everything clicks because it's true. The pressure peaks, then breaks in two. I ride the surge, I already knew. No second guess, no last appeal. I move on what I know is real. Final push protocol, lock it tight. Momentum spikes at just the right second. The effort meets the turn, the whole field shifts, the tables burn. Final push protocol, step and press. Less thinking now, more yes than stress. From last resistance into flow, I feel the wind begin to grow. Final push protocol, breath by breath. I outrun the drag, almost left. The finish pulls me through the line. Victory forms as I decide.
It's not the strength I save for last. It's trusting what's already past. Between the fear and final stride, I choose belief, I let it ride.
The quiet truth beneath the rush. I'm ready now. I make the push. Final push protocol. Here it lands. The moment answers to my hands. No hesitation, no retreat. The path locks in beneath my feet. Final push protocol. Strong and sure. I take the lead. I see it through. The flow is mine. The break is whole. I step ahead. Complete control. The search fades down. The results days are earned. Calm in quieter ways. After the push, the signal's known. I cross the line. The win is owned.
A sharp inhale splits the haze. The silence cracks, the moment sways. Static lifts from the open air. Something shifts, I'm standing
I felt the pressure closing me in. Every corner's on my skin. To read the weight, to count the cost. To know what bends before it's lost. I held my ground through narrow sight. Track the dark way to the light. Then one clear strike cuts the frame. And nothing sounds or looks the same.
The impact lands, the fog pulls back. Reaction sparks along my track. What held me down starts falling wide. The world resets the instant I strike.
Strike back velocity, break the air. One can move and I'm fully there. I feel over the noise clear. I see the path, I lose the fear. Strike back velocity, hit and flow. Moments and weights in a single blow. From locked in down to open view.
I move ahead with nothing to prove.
Vision widens with every breath. The edge feels sharp with nothing left. To trap my steps to blur the lane. I read the rhythm, feel the gain. No wasted force, no extra sound. Just forward pull with truth is found. The counter striker writes the tone. I stand taller, fully known.
The arrow lines around my drive. Reaction turns to forward life. No need to rush, no need to hide. The moment moves when I decide.
Strike back velocity, clean and fast. The turning point now shines the past. One decisive hit defines when pressure breaks and pass the line. Strike back velocity, feel the shift. The ceiling lifts, the limits drift. Every angle opens wide.
The flow swings hard to my side.
Strike back velocity, step by step.
Clarity sharp in every breath. I don't chase light, I generate. The view expands and strike back rate.
It's not the loudest form of force. It's time and finding its course. Between the strike and after sounds, I hear my focus settle down.
Calm in motion, sharp in view. I trust the hit, I follow through.
Strike back velocity, here and now. The scene responds to what I allow. No hesitation in my sight. I move with purpose, clean and bright. Strike back velocity, clear and true. Every take within open view. The air remembers where I stand.
The way is wide, I move ahead.
The echoes fade, the space remains.
A
that ensure a forward push I can't ignore. The questions fade, the signals clean, I know exactly what I mean.
No more circles in my head. The path goes straight, the fear is shed.
Momentum locks, my focus tight. I don't look left,
I don't look right.
I don't look right.
Relentless driving pulls me through. No hesitation left to choose.
Every step feels justified.
I move with foresight, don't divide.
Relentless drive, clear and strong.
I've waited less than I moved on.
The moment grips, the doubt resigns.
I'm carried by relentless drive.
The rhythm settles in my bones, a pace that feels like coming home. Not rushed, not forced, just fully set. No second thoughts, no quiet threat.
I hear the world fall out of sync as I stop stopping just to think. Each breath aligns with forward time. This motion finally feels like mine.
The pull ahead outshines the past. I stop asking how long it lasts.
No need to stall, no need to hide. The answer lives
Inside the stride.
relentless drive. Don't slow me down. I pass the noise, I pass the sound.
Every doubt dissolves behind.
As
sharper, more precise. I feel the game without the noise.
Control replaces the old choice. The heat stays close but never spills.
It sharpens sense, it fuels the will. I'm faster now because I learned
How not to break, how not to burn.
the message hits direct and clear.
Acceleration born from here. I don't fight what I feel inside.
I let it guide, I let it drive. Fury signal, lock it in. This is where the rush begins. Emotion turn to forward gain. I cut the drag, I cut the chain. Fury signal, tuned and tight. Every motion feels aligned. From pressure held to power sent, I move with calm intensity. Fury signal, step by step. No collapse, no overstep. The faster I go, the more I feel. This force is mine, controlled and real. Strength isn't loud, it doesn't shout. It's knowing what to let flow out. Between the spark and afterglow, I find the speed I need to hold. Not suppression, not denial. Just guided force, refine and vital. Fury signal, here it runs. Not from anger, but from trust.
Every breath supports the pace. I move with purpose, clean and straight.
Fury signal, strong and sure. Acceleration feels secure. No loss of self, no broken line. Just power moving through my spine.
The surge remains, my breathing slow.
The signal holds
A steady glow, even when the heat goes mild, the drive stays sure.
Fury style.
Air goes thin between each breath, a split-second margin, life or death. I feel the clock inside my hands, time bends where instinct stands. I've lived in pauses tight and small, where one mistake could end it all. Eyes read motion, not the noise. Every muscle makes its choice.
The pressure leans, I don't collapse. I hold the gap, I watch the laps. shock runs clean from heel to head. Each move lands heavier than before. Impact opens another door. I used to brace for every hit, let the context on my wit. Every stumble felt like proof the forward motion wasn't truth. But now I lean into the sound, a force meeting solid ground. What knocks me back I redirect, turn collision into effect.
I don't flinch when pressure calls. I ride the echo as it falls. Each strike lands right where it should. Momentum forms in the aftermath.
Forward impact rush, feel it build. Every hit turns into will. Step by step, the power grows. The harder it lands, the faster I go. Forward impact rush, lock the pace. Shock becomes my launch pad space. From resistance into drive, I move ahead, fully alive. The rhythm sharpens with each stride, no wasted motion, nothing wide. I sense the game before the speed, impact exactly what I need. No fear left in taking weight, I trust the force I generate. Every clash beneath my feet pushes me into higher heat.
I don't avoid, I realign. Turn contact into forward time. The moment hits, then carries through.
Acceleration born from view. Forward impact rush, stay in flow. Every blow just makes me go. The ground replies with rising force. I lock into a cleaner course. Forward impact rush, step and strike. Any stacks with every hike. From first impact to forward drive, I compound speed as I arrive. Forward impact rush,
Breath by breath,
I trade collision into depth.
no hesitation, no reverse.
The push becomes my universe.
It's not the hit that breaks my stride.
It's how I choose to let it guide.
Between the strike and forward lean, I find the space where power breathes.
Not reckless speed, not blind attack. Just learning how to give force Forward impact rush, here it runs every step, loads what comes.
No wasted shock, no scattered touch. Each impact lifts me just enough.
Forward impact rush, clear and true. I trust the force I'm moving through. The road responds the more I drive. I step, I hit, I surge alive.
The echoes fade, the motion stays. A steady charge in quieter ways.
Even when the impact slows, the forward rush is all I know.
A quiet pull draws us inside. Loose and settlers align. The noise drops low, the center holds. A signal formed without being told. I felt us drift in different ways, worn thin by scattered days. Every effort pulled apart, good intentions fractured start. Then something steady calls us in, not a shout but discipline. Hands come closer, breath sinks slow, we find the point we need to know.
It's not command, it's gravity. A shared resolve we choose to see. The core ignites, the timing's right. We gather strength and step to life.
Rally the core, feel it bind. All emotion realign. From broken pace to steady roar, we remember what we're for.
Rally the core, the core.
In my chest, the weight exhales, I breathe again. The room feels wider than before. My feet move free across the floor. I carry tension in my hands, brace for hits I couldn't plan. Every step felt overdone, like moving before the run. And the lock inside me slips, the strain releases from my grip. What pressed me down begins to fall. I feel the lift, I feel it all. I stop resisting every pull, let the pressure empty full. In the drop, my balance clears. Motion light replaces fear. Pressure release, fight, feel it break. Heavy turns to featherweight. The instant snaps, the drag is gone. I move faster, just moving on. Pressure release, fight, clean and bright. My body learns a new kind of light. No force wasted, no excess. I strike with ease, I move with less. The rhythm flows without demand. No control, no tightened stance. I rid the space, I ride the beat. Each response feels incomplete without the load I used to wear. The timing sharpens in the air. What felt like effort now aligns. The path appears between the lines. I don't push harder, I let go. That's how the cleanest actions grow. The lighter frame, the clearer sight. Reaction turns instinctively right. Pressure release, fight, let it fall. The break unlocks my overall. From held back force to forward glide. I move with truth I couldn't hide. Pressure release, fight, step by step. The ease replaces overstep. No grinding gears, no inner stress. I gain more reach by needing less. Pressure release, fight, breath by breath. I trade the weight for living death. The moment shifts, the body learns how letting go returns the burn. Power isn't always strain. Sometimes it's dropping every chain. Between the clench and open hand, I find the strength I understand. Not losing edge, not giving in. Just clearing space to move within. Pressure release, fight, here it comes. The cleanest motion I've become. No holding back, no forced attack. I strike relaxed and never slack. Pressure release, fight, smooth and sure. This lighter state I can endure. The fight flows easy, sharp and right. When pressure leaves, I take the fight. The echo fades, the ease remains. A quieter strength inside my veins. Even when the pace feels light, the power stays. Release and fight. Release and The impact rings, then settles down. A fleeting ache, a steady sound. From scattered sparks to lifted sight, I feel the lift begin its flight.
I hit the wall at full resolve. Thought the answer wouldn't solve. The echo lingered in my bones. Rise from the collision, feel it turn from blood impact to sharp and burn.
The fallout lifts me past the line. I don't rewind, I realize.
From the collision, clear and fast, I leap beyond the weight of past.
What tried to stop my forward motion
Becomes the lift behind the motion. I read the signs in altered ground, where broken rhythm found new sound. My footing shifts but holds its shape. Each mistake redraws the escape.
I don't deny the hit I took. I use it as a higher look. The rebound builds inside my stride. I move above where I collide.
No rush to prove, no need to hide. The force returns on my side.
I don't resist, I don't defend. I let the motion rise and bend.
Rise from the collision, lock the gate. Every fracture sharpens aim.
From scattered force to focused drive, I lift myself fully alive.
Rise from the collision, step by step. I clear the way, I gain the depth.
The higher ground reveals its view because I pass the impact
Rise
through.
from the collision, breath by breath. I turn the fall into a crest. No longer stuck where limits lay. I spring ahead another way.
Growth isn't smooth, it leaves a mark. A quiet scar, a steady spark.
Between the head and upward glide, I learn what strength can multiply. Not erasing where I've been, but using it to rise again. Rise from the collision.
Here I go,
Beyond the strike, beyond the low. The echo fades, the vision grows. I take the leap, the moment shows. Rise from the collision, strong and sure. This upward pull I can endure.
the next phase Between the strike and aftershock, I find my rhythm, find my lock.
Defiance breathes, not sharp but deep.
A steady force I choose to keep.
Momentum of defiance, here it goes. The stream now answers how I move. I feel the weight shift in my favor. Every motion cleaner, braver. Momentum of defiance, come and live. I don't fight time, I make it drive. What stood against me now complies. The flow is mine. The moment tilts.
The pressure fades, the motion stays. A forward pull in quieter ways. Even when the force subsides, the momentum moves me. Defiance A sharp inhale splits the haze. The silence cracks, the moment sways. Static lifts from the open air. Something shifts. I'm standing there.
I felt the pressure close me in. Every corner taught my skin to read the way, to count the cost, to know what bends before it's lost.
I held my ground through narrow sight. Tracked the dark, waited the light. Then one clear strike cuts the frame, and nothing sounds or looks the same.
The impact lands, the fog pulls back. Reaction sparks along my track.
What held me down starts falling wide. The world resets the instant I strike.
Strike back, velocity, break the air. One clean move and I'm fully there. The field opens, the noise clears. I see the path, I lose the fear. Strike back, velocity, hit and flow. Makes and wakes in a single blow. From locked in doubt to open view, I move ahead with nothing to prove. Vision widens with every breath. The edge feels sharp, but nothing left to trap my steps or blur the lane. I read the rhythm, feel the gain. No wasted force, no extra sound.
Just forward pull where truth is found. The counter strike rewrites the tone. I stand tall and fully known.
The air aligns around my drive. Reaction turns to forward life.
No need to rush, no need to hide. The moment moves when I decide.
Strike back, velocity, clean and fast. The turning point outshines the past.
One decisive hit defines where pressure breaks and paths align.
Strike back, velocity, feel the shift. The ceiling lifts, the limits drift.
Every angle opens wide. The flow swings hard to my side.
Strike back, velocity, step by step. Clarity sharp in every breath. I don't chase light, I generate. The view expands at strike back rate.
It's not the loudest form of force. It's timing finding its course. Between the strike and after sound, I hear my focus settle down. Calm in motion, sharp in view. I trust the hit, I follow through.
Strike back, velocity, here and now. The scene responds to what I allow.
No hesitation in my sight. I move with purpose, clean and bright.
Strike back, velocity,
A silent spark under my feet. Impact hums and fades away. I'm still standing past the sway. The clash before it came, pressure folding into flame. Every sense pushed to the line, noise and focus intertwine. I didn't flinch, I didn't fold, held my breath, let time slow. When force met force, I stayed aligned and crossed the point that changed my mind. Beyond the hit, there's something clear. A sharp and calm replaces fear. The chaos drops, the signal stays. I lock in deeper, fully awake. Clashpoint Ascension rising through. Past the break, my focus grew. After the strike, I see it all. A steady climb, I don't fall. Clashpoint Ascension, clean and bright. The center holds me in the fight. No scatter left, no blurred dimension. I move sustained by this ascension. The world goes quiet in a new way. Every detail starts to stay. Not louder now, but more precise. I read the flow without the noise. The strain that once pulled me apart now fuels the rhythm of my heart. Beyond the peak, beyond the test, I find my sharpest state of rest. No rush remains, no urge to flee. Just locked in clarity guiding me. The battle fades, the drive extends. Attention sharp that never bends. Clashpoint Ascension, hold the line. I operate beyond
comes not from anger but from trust. Every breath supports the pace I move with purpose, clean and straight. Fury signals strong and sure, acceleration feels secure. No loss of self, no broken line, just power moving through my spine. Fury signal made the signal pretty slow. The signal hunts a steady glow. Even when the heat goes mild, the drive stays sharp. Fury styled.
The air goes thin between each breath, a split-second margin, life or death. I feel the clock inside my hands. Time bends, wearing, staying stuck. I've lived in pauses tight and small, where one mistake could end it all. Eyes read motion, not the noise. Every muscle makes its choice.
The pressure leans, I don't collapse. I hold the gap, I watch the lapse. Between the strike and pulling back, I find the space I never lacked.
This moment doesn't shout a warn. On. It flickers once, then it's gone. On. I trust the sense I've learned to feel. On. The timing sharp, the window real.
Edge of counterforce, feel it turn. One clean beat and the tables burn. Against the push, I slip the line. The flow obeys the shift in time. Edge of counterforce, razor thin. I don't overpower, I slip within.
The instant hits, the current bends. I take the lead, the motion ends.
My breath stays low, my shoulders free. I move inside uncertainty. No wasted swing, no extra sound. The answer lives in what I don't do now.
Restraint is not delay. It's reading when to step and sway. The clash resolves in subtle ways.
The tide obeys the smallest change. I don't rush in, I don't resist.
I let the pressure overcome it.
When force reveals its own excess, I answer clean with nothing less. Edge of counterforce, lock it tight. The shift arrives in silent light. One precise move redraws the frame. Nothing after feels the same. Edge of counterforce, stay awake. The opening is easy to break. I take it once, I don't repeat. The flow reverses at my feet. Edge of counterforce, breath by breath. I turn defense to forward depth. No brute intent, no reckless course. Just perfect time on counterforce. It's not the strength that wins the turn. It's knowing where the forces learn. Between the The circle tightens, breath runs thin. Walls of noise are closing in. One clear thought cuts through the haze. This is the point where pressure breaks. I counted exits that weren't there. Read the doubt in every stare. Time dragged heavy on my spine, waiting for a failing sign. Every step felt boxed and slow. No clean path, nowhere to go. Then a spark I couldn't ignore. Quiet will that asked for more.
The fear peaks high, then slips away. I stop reacting, start to play. In the narrow gap I see the one movement for me.
Break the siege, tear the line, turn the trap into a sign. One heart push the walls, give way, the night unlocks into the day. Break the siege, feel it flip, control returns in one clear shift from closed in down to open view. I surge ahead with something new. The air rushes back into my chest, 3 seconds sharper than the rest. What chased me now falls behind. No momentum changes in my stride. No more watching corners close. The field expands the more I go. The pressure fades into the past. I move decisive, clean and fast.
I don't escape, I redefine. The limit bends when I decide. What held me still now feels my speed. I take the lead, I take the lead.
Break the siege, open ground. Hear the silence, change its sound. Every step resets the frame. I don't move back and I don't move same. Break the siege, force the turn from every block. A lesson learned. The tighter it was, the harder I drive. I break out fully alive. Break the siege, breath by breath. I trade containment for death.
No waiting left, no time to freeze. The moment breaks, I break the siege.
It wasn't strength that cleared the way. It was choosing not to stay.
Between endurance and attack, I found the nerve that pushed me back. Not reckless
My
force.
focus will come and cuts the circle still. Break the siege here and now. I don't ask when, I don't ask how. The balance shifts, the odds release, the field is mine. Break the siege, clear and true.
Every step confirms the move.
But once surrounded, falls behind. I move ahead, unconfined.
The noise dissolves, the space is wide.
My pulse runs steady, clear inside.
Even as the echoes cease,
I keep the ground I won. Break the siege.
the ground responds when I step ahead. A shock runs clean from heel to head. Each move lands heavier than before.
Impact opens another door. I used to brace for every hit, let the context on my wit. Every stumble felt like proof that forward motion wasn't truth. But now I lean into the sound of force meeting solid ground. What knocks me back, I redirect, turn collision into effect.
I don't flinch when pressure calls. I ride the echo as it falls.
Each strike lands right where it should. Momentum forms in the aftermath.
For impact rush, feel it build. Every hit turns into will. Step by step, the power grows. The harder it lands, the faster I go. For impact rush, lock the pace.
Sharp becomes my launchpad space. From resistance into drive, I move ahead, fully alive. Fully alive.
The rhythm sharpens with each stride. No wasted motion, nothing wide. I sense the game before the speed. Impact exactly what I need. No fear left in taking weight. I trust the force I generate. Every clash beneath my feet pushes me into higher heat.
I don't avoid, I realign. So contact into forward time.
The moment hits, then carries through. Acceleration born
The forward rush is all I know. A line is drawn beneath my feet. Decision hums in steady heat. I choose the path that doesn't bend. The moment